Question everything, trust nothing. It's your boys, Keeper and Crusader. What is cracking? It's Crypto Wars.
What's
up,
going
brother?
on, man?
Dude, I literally last second started taking a big gulp of my coffee and then realized there was 2 seconds left. Had to throw it down, get ready to spill the alpha to all the people. What are we talking about today, brother?
Well, we're talking about good old Donald Trump dumping his bags, bro.
He's dumping his bags. Yes, he is, but I think there's a little bit more behind that. So stick around for that information. We also got a sell the news rumor, as it were, with the Bitcoin price action with the ETF looming. So stick around. We'll talk about that. And then a couple other things. We've got some Ethereum information, maybe let's just say, what's the word I'm looking for? Creative. That's a simple word that I couldn't pull out there. A creative way to earn some more ETH. So we'll give you that info. And then I also had one more thing. What did I want to talk about? I know what it was. VeChain, baby. The VeChain Vice Lord has some VeChain alpha for each and every one of you vigilantes, since I know the name of my people now. Okay. So super excited about all that. Chat. Make sure to smash the like. Make sure to have all of your bell notifications on. Do all the good things. Couple reminders. Let me pull them up here. First of all, Flipper Hodl is tomorrow. It is tomorrow. It is confirmed. $3,700 on the line tomorrow. So we're excited about that. That's gonna be super fun. We'll be spinning that wheel today. So if you want your name on the wheel, make sure to get those super chats in. Like we said and say, as always, every dollar, get your name on the wheel once, and we'll double that up if you are a member. So don't forget about that. We'll be spinning that wheel. Well, we're going to spin the wheel today,
So send in those super chats if you haven't already, because we need that. We need those super chats so we can put all these names on, because after today, you're in for the next round. You're going to miss out the $3,700 opportunity tomorrow. So today is the last chance you get to be
reminds
chosen.
me of the thing that I knew all day that I needed to do that I haven't done.
I don't know.
So, yeah, we're gonna have to do a little moving and shaking today while you're talking about putting that wheel together, because I have not
put the wheel together.
I have not put the wheel together. So let's just call it like it is. The wheel is not put together, and we got to add more names to it. I'm sure we're gonna have some super chats flying.
I'm not dreading putting the wheel together. I'm just dreading listening to you complain for the next 3 hours about putting all the names together.
Now, remember, I figured out the super secret sleuth way to do it, but I had to look it up. And
the whole time.
I had to look it up, but then once I looked it up, I forgot, how I did that.
You forgot how you did it. Gotta look it up again.
So I'm gonna have to look it up again as well. So stand by. It should be an interesting stream. We might have to go a couple minutes long. Maybe Crusader will have to run his yap a little bit longer at the end of the show, or at some point today. I'll try to jump in here and multitask. So let's get into it. Let me jump into the chat and say hello. Who was first that I see on here today? First in the chat I see is, the first one that I see is Clay the Great. Clay, good to see you, brother. You are always here around, won some money on Flipper Hodl. Welcome, Puddles, Patriot Caveman, Kenton, Seymour Liddy. Let's go. Let's have some fun today. Let's get into it. All right, let's start off with the market caps. Let's see what's going on in the crypto space, and we'll kick it off there. The global crypto market cap is at, drumroll please, it is at 1.69 trillion. Let me update this. Let me make sure it's updated. 1.67. Yeah, is that right? $1.67 trillion, trillion with a T. That's down 0.75%. Bitcoin, 42,521, down about 1.5%. ETH sitting pretty still at 23.55. BNB still rocking and rolling. I don't know what's going on in the background, but BNB has been ripping. I do hold some BNB, so I'm not mad about it. It's up 5.25%. Solana down 7.5%. Man, it's all the way down at 100. I say all the way down. It's absolutely just skyrocketed up to that, but it's back down to $100. XRP down a couple percent.
I just bought some Solana right now on my phone. That's what I'm looking down. Everybody's wondering why I'm looking down.
What did you say? You what?
I just bought some Solana on my phone. That's why if anybody's been wondering what I've been doing, looking down half the time.
Oh, you're buying this. You're buying this dip?
No, I'm only buying the dip because I'm actually going to be jumping into some Solana meme coins to gamble a little bit here.
To gamble. That's exactly what it's doing.
Right.
For sure. XRP, like I said, down about 1.5%. Cardano down a couple percent. Avalanche getting smacked a little bit, just under $40, and then Dogecoin down a couple percent. We'll scroll on down through a little bit further. We're going to talk about VeChain a little bit later on. VeChain is at, did I just scroll by it? Nope. VeChain's right there. VeChain's down almost 5%, so it's down to 3.5 cents. And where is your Caspa Kings? At 10 cents, up 1.
Let's go, baby. I'm so excited about that Caspa dip, dude. I'm hoping it dips down to like.
You're excited about a 1.65% dip?
Well, no, it's been dipping for the last couple of weeks. It went all the way up to like 15 cents. It's all the way down to 10 cents now. So I'm excited it gives time to accumulate at these lower levels because it's gonna rip, dude. 24 cents is coming.
24 cents. That's a 2.5. What? How far out are we thinking that's going to be?
Oh, well, I'm just saying the next bull run, 24 cents and plus is going to be, thinking go all the way up to $1 easy. So,
yeah.
I'm excited.
Well, let me ask you this: Did we get the fun super chat thing fixed?
The fun super chat? No. So what happened was it actually wasn't our fault. So the software actually has it disabled right now because they're doing some kind of big update. So
is that what I read? I didn't realize that was for the widgets or something.
Huh?
It was like it said something about widgets.
Yes, the widgets are disabled until we can
until they're done with the update, I guess.
Yep.
Yeah. Alex O Crypto, bullish on Crypto Wars. We appreciate you, Alex. Looking forward to season 3 on Trading Wars. And as a reminder with that, Trading Wars going live January 8th, 1 p.m. Eastern. Remember, survive. That's what everyone needs to remember. They need to remember to be able to survive. And there's going to be a trading competition wrapped around that as well. So each and every one of you are going to have the opportunity to jump in and win some money as well. We're going to give you guys a big advantage over all of the traders, as we always do. We want to keep it fair. We can't have you trading against professional traders and make it even heads up. So we're going to give you guys somebody's going to win it just like they have the last couple of seasons. Somebody's going to win some money, and it could be a whole lot of money. And it might be, we're waiting for confirmation. It might not just be the top trader on this next one. It might be something 1 to 10. I'm not really sure, but a number of people that are going to be able to win some money on that. So I'm excited about that. Keenan Hensman with the $2 super chat. I'm not sure if Keenan is a member or not, but wants to know, what do y'all think about Chainlink's CCIP?
Yeah, so that's their big update that has kind of shifted the narrative for them and has allowed you to stake your link. That's actually very bullish in my mind. I think that's what everyone's thinking right now, and that's why Chainlink has been pumping, because the tokenomics kind of sucked for a long time, and now that a lot of it is being locked up, there's not so much selling pressure. So very, very bullish in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, like I've talked about before, I think Chainlink's going to do really well on this next run. And all of the updates, we're actually going to talk about some Cardano today too. That was the other thing that I forgot to mention. They've got a big update coming, and we're going to dive into what that means. I think you don't really need to understand technically how they're making these things happen, but the changes in the network definitely change things, as it were, in relation to your investments. And so we're not here to give you investment advice. We're just here to give you information on what's happening in the space. And then you can make the decision, hey, I think that's a really good idea. I think that's going to do well. Therefore, I'm going to get myself involved in that. Or, not so sure. I'm going to stay away from that. So we'll just kind of give you our take on it, and you guys can do with that what you will. Okay. So I see a few new names in the house. Caffeinated Crypto, Wick, Burke in the house. Thank you guys for coming on over. Green Day Profits. Good to see everybody. Glad that you're here. All right, let's dive into the articles. Let's see what's going on in crypto land. We'll kick it off with Bitcoin. This is an argument that has fallen on deaf ears for some. One of those being Crusader. He hates what I'm about to share with you, and we're going to talk about it. Bitcoin traders may be lining up to sell the news on the ETF approval. The price of Bitcoin could plunge if a spot ETF is approved in the U.S. in January, Crypto Quant claims. The launch of the anticipated spot Bitcoin ETF could lead to a price drop, a new report suggests. The data on CryptoQuant said on Thursday that the approval of the investment vehicle could be a sell the news event, as investors are currently sitting on big gains in the run-up to the potential launch. The Singapore-based company added this may see the price of Bitcoin plunge to as low as $32,000 per coin. It's currently at 42 and some change, according to data from CoinGecko. So, Crusader, let me ask you, what do you think about this information?
Yeah, man, that 32,000 price point is definitely a level that people have been looking at. It's definitely there on the T8 charts. If you're following anybody like Magic, CVO, or any other of the big traders, but the idea that they're saying, hey, people are gonna sell on the run up. We're entering 2024. The halving is coming. The ETF approval is coming, right? And they're trying to make it like this: buy the rumor, sell the news situation. But this is not just any news. This is the biggest institutions ever with the most amount of money ever opening the floodgates for Bitcoin to be sold on Wall Street. And you're going to sell before that on the hopes that there's a massive dip. And there might be 100% right. But the risk versus reward odds on there for the people that have been holding their Bitcoin this whole time makes absolutely no sense to me. They're trying to make this prophecy come true, right? They're trying to instill this idea into your brain. They're trying to implant this idea in there and saying people are gonna sell. Maybe you should start thinking about that too. And then people are like, oh man, smarter people than me are gonna sell. Maybe I should be selling too. They're just trying to make you sell your Bitcoin, right? You do whatever you want. It's your money. There's no financial advice here. I'm not telling you to hold it. Sell it off for all I care. But I'm just saying, the risk versus reward makes no sense. I think this is ass backwards.
So you think it's literally just going, I mean, let's call it what it is, right? This is the news. And when the news comes on, the news likes to sell narratives. And we see it in the political space, right? There will be news driven from one news station, aka Fox, versus CNN. And you're going to get the same story with a totally different spin on it. Now we're in the crypto space and we're talking about money. These are still owned by these media companies are still owned by the big money that wants to take advantage of each and every one of you, which is why we need to pay attention like we do in the political sphere, like we do in just the everyday economic news. Like, does this make sense? And so I agree with you, Crusader. They are trying to just plant that little idea, just the idea that, man, maybe if there's going to be a big drop, I should sell now and then buy back in when it's lower. If this is going to be a sell the news. Now, the reality is, though, and this is why this is screwy, is it could be a sell the news depending on how much of this run-up has been propagated by the institutional, entrance into the space, i.e. stacking up Bitcoin to get ready for, the approval of the ETF. So it definitely could happen. But I do agree with you that the way this is written and the way that they're saying it is definitely intended to just plant an idea in your head. And then there's going to be people that are going to read it and they're going to do exactly what it says. And then there's going to be people that are going to read it and it's just going to put doubt. And when a little bit of a drop happens, well, I remember reading that article. Maybe this is about to happen. Yeah, let me go ahead and take profit. Like it's literally just a mind game. It's like how they used to in the movies. They would put the subliminal messages where you'd be watching a movie. They're not allowed to do this anymore, by the way. But in the movie theater, it used to be very quick. I mean, lightning fast. You wouldn't even know
the frames.
And they would insert like a popcorn or a Coke or something in. And again, they're not allowed to do this anymore, but they used to do it. And you'd be sitting there, and your brain registers it, but you don't actually know that it registered, right? Yeah. And then you're like, I need some freaking popcorn, bro. I need a Coke and a popcorn right now, like stat. And then and you got to say it like a pothead too when you say it just like that, bro. I need popcorn and pop for sure. But yeah, I think that's kind of what happens here. And yeah, you read it and you're like, maybe this is going to happen. I think and then they usually use exit liquidity, or they just use you to, get some of the desired effect. They buy a little bit lower, jump back in. I mean, who knows, man? They're always playing games. So
yeah, dude, they're wild, bro.
It is definitely happening. Don't think that it's not happening, because I promise you, it is. So yeah. Hey, reminder, everybody, smash the like if you haven't already. I think we got around 60 people in here. So hopefully we've got around 60 likes. That would be what we'd like to see. If we don't have that, I mean, I don't know what you guys are doing. It's freaking free. If you're on mobile, just X out of the live chat, come back in, boom, bam, slam. And then reminder, I actually am putting the wheel together as we speak and as I talk. I know. Pat me on the back. I'm impressive. But that wheel is going to be spun today, and we are going to figure out who's going to play on the stream tomorrow. Now, I do want to throw something in. Sometimes when we do this, we are going to have an influencer come on and play the game. So there's going to be times when we put your name on the wheel. Crusader and I were talking about this earlier, where we're going to have an influencer come on. Your name will be on the wheel. You still have the exact same amount of chance of winning. That won't change at all. It just might be that we're having somebody else come on to play, and then you spin the wheel. And if your name comes up, hey, guess what? You just spun a wheel and earned a bunch of money. So either way, I just wanted to throw out there that is something that we will do from time to time. So yeah. Just wanted to kind of give you guys the heads up.
I will let you guys know ahead of time if that's what's going to be happening. That's what you're putting your name on the wheel for.
Yeah, we'll give you a heads up. All right, let's talk about Cardano, man. We don't have Crypto Crow on here to give us his input, but if we did, I'm sure he would be excited about what's happening here. Cardano's Chang hard fork to take place in early 2024. Here's what the ADA investors need to know. Emergo, the foundational entity behind Cardano, has outlined its plans for 2024 with a focal point on the upcoming Chang hard fork scheduled for the first half of the year. This significant network event signifies a move towards community-driven governance model, marking Cardano's venture into decentralized decision-making within the blockchain space. The Chang hard fork is a pivotal aspect of the roadmap designed to kickstart Cardano governance model's bootstrapping period. In a departure from traditional governance structures, the hard fork introduces a consensus mechanism that empowers ADA holders to actively shape the network's trajectory. Now, I like, where is it? Right here. Beyond governance, their 2024 agenda includes plans for increased tokenization, providing a fertile ground for decentralized applications in the DeFi and NFT spheres, and more. Notably, their unique approach allows token issuance without the necessity of smart contracts, simplifying entry for brands and creators into the Web3 space. Additionally, they aim to bolster third-party dApp development and enhance interoperability with other blockchain ecosystems, reinforcing its commitment to collaborative innovation.
So what are they? What's the purpose of this hard fork?
The purpose of the hard fork is right here. It's part of their roadmap to basically kickstart their governance model bootstrapping period. Hard fork introduces a consensus mechanism that empowers the holders to actively shape the network's trajectory. It is, so what I've read, because I read a little bit farther into this, Cardano is trying to get further and further into truly being decentralized and having the governance and the community and like it doing its thing and the community making decisions for it. So technically, what is it doing? I don't know. You're gonna have to ask yourself that. You're the genius behind the computer stuff.
I'm just trying to understand why they need to hard fork to then use it as a governance token. I don't know.
Well, again, I am not the technical guru. I have no idea. I just know that from reading a little further past this article, I was looking at something else, and it just basically said, hey, this is showing their commitment to truly making the move towards, hey, the community is the one that pushes this token. The community is the one that runs this token. The community is the one that makes decisions for this token. That's where they're headed. And then, dude, I thought it was interesting. Maybe you can tell me this. They're saying they can make it easier for people to come into the Cardano ecosystem without it said the necessity for smart contracts. The Cardano's unique approach allows token issuance without the necessity for smart contracts, which simplifies entry for brands and creators into the Web3 space. How are they going to do tokens without smart contracts? Do you have any idea?
Maybe what they mean there is they won't have to create their own smart contracts. Like they'll have some type of like what's the word for it? A template smart contract that companies can use to issue tokens and to create things on top of it, and they don't have to go in and develop their own custom. Like if they wanted to, they could, right? But if you want to facilitate on big brands and other Web2 companies that just need some of the bare minimum smart contract functionalities to be able to have a presence on the network, they can just click a few buttons, use their dApp or whatever it is that is going to issue those smart contracts, and boom, here's their whatever token, and bam, wham, slam, there it goes. It's just how Cardano, how ETH right now. There's some platforms you can go to, and with a few clicks of your mouse, you can issue a whole token, and you can make NFT projects, and you can do all this kind of stuff. I think that's what they're trying to say there. I don't see how they can create a token and have no contract, nothing behind it. So I think
you think that they're basically just saying, hey, you personally won't have to do this. You think that they're going to be they're going to effectively do it for you? Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, they're going to create a template smart contract that companies can use to be able to just click a few buttons, put in their name, put in the token logo.
Oh, so basically making it effectively Web 2 friendly. Like, hey, here's the form. Do this, and this, and done.
System. Yeah, quick onboarding system. Then the company has their token, and then they can start growing it from there on their own. But they don't have to worry about developing all the smart contract stuff on their own.
Interesting. Well, that would be great for someone like myself, because actually, and Crusader, you have to agree with this, right? Like, excuse me. Somebody that has no real knowledge in the coding space is going to have a hell of a time trying to write a freaking smart contract.
Oh yeah,
right? Like it would be crazy for me to just die. It would take me a long ass time to do it because I don't understand the basically the setup, the infrastructure. The code
hard.
Wouldn't make sense, right?
Hard. It takes time, and then doing it on top of the blockchain is even harder. And then Cardano's specific language, which is called Haskell, is even a more complicated language that's not very accustomed to the other syntaxes that are more commonly used in the programming languages. So it's a harder transition from other programming languages, which is one of the big criticisms that it's gotten over the time.
Do the different languages that are written, do they have trouble communicating with each other just the same way you and I would have trouble communicating in Chinese right now?
Not all. Some of them are built, so like technologies are built on top of stacks is what it's called. So like for a web development, you can use a lot of different stacks of different languages and different programs that come together to create something. But like you can create a website on JavaScript, right? And then that JavaScript basic language, you can use another layer called React, which is easily translatable to JavaScript, which is based off JavaScript. And then you use your database to connect to the database. You can use Node.js, which is also JavaScript based. So you combine these different technologies together. They all have somewhat very similar syntax, but still different syntax because they do different things. One thing's front end, one thing's back end, server side, client side, all these things. But they all come together and they create a stack of technologies that produce an outcome of a product.
Interesting. Yeah, I've never taken any time to dive into any of that to understand how it works. But hey, we're here to educate you. So Crusader giving you guys the alpha on the on computer language and coding language. It's interesting, and it sounds terrible. It sounds like I want to bang my head against the keyboard trying to figure out what that looks like.
Will.
I'm just setting up a wheel, gets me going. So, writing code is not probably going to be up my alley anytime soon. Crypto fam, smash those likes. Reminder, tomorrow, get those super chats in. We're spinning that wheel today. I've got a bunch of the names in there already. Been doing some multitasking here, so I just want to remind everybody, tomorrow $3,700 is on the line for Flipper Hodl. We need to get more people. How are we giving away thousands of dollars and more people aren't hearing about this? Is this our fault? It's got to be. It's got to be our fault in some sort of way. Man. Or we could blame the same community we're trying to give it away to. Like, come on, guys, we got to share this out. We got to get more people knowing, or maybe they want to keep it to themselves.
I think they're gatekeeping, bro.
They're gatekeeping. They're like, bro, I am not sharing that out because I put in some super chats, and I don't want anybody else putting those damn super chats in. They're gonna take my freaking spot. That's really what it. That's really probably what it is. All right, so hey, here's an interesting way we, like we talk about, we want to obviously always commit to teaching you guys things in different ways that you can make money. A lot of us are in the ETH ecosystem, right? Oh, did it share the wrong one? Hold that thought. This is the one that I want to do. Kill that. Want to do this one. There we go. So Blast, I don't know if any of you are familiar with Blast, but Blast deposits top $1.1 billion ahead of Ethereum Layer 2 launch and airdrop. So check this out. It's been controversial for sure, but it is an Ethereum Layer 2 scaling network from the creator of Blur. That's a leading NFT marketplace. It's pulled in more than $1 billion worth of deposits from users vying to earn yield and points towards an upcoming token airdrop. 1.13 billion worth of crypto has been deposited into Blast Bridge as of this writing. Remember that word, bridge. As of writing, according to both official website and DeFi Llama, making the 23rd largest protocol by total value locked, according to the latter resource. Over 86,000 users have contributed funds so far. So you're thinking, okay, why would I do that? Well, according to Blast, users are earning about 4% annual return on deposited Ethereum and 5% on stablecoins. Furthermore, they're earning Blast points, which will pay into their respective share of the upcoming Blast token airdrop. Now, here's part of what basically, okay, so they're saying the Ethereum right here, it says there's a crowded Ethereum scaling market, which includes Polygon, Arbitrum, Optimism, and Base. They're trying to incentivize users by giving them a native yield on their staked crypto, so ETH, right, along with tokens via airdrops. Here's the weird part, and this is where people got a little bit controversial. Let me see right here. Users are depositing crypto into a bridge that does not currently connect to the actual Blast network that's in development, and funds cannot be withdrawn until February of 2024. The overt emphasis on earning yield and rewards before the network is even live has apparently rubbed some crypto users the wrong way. So, Crusader, I'm going to ask for your technical prowess here again. One of the reasons that you and I have stayed, I don't want to say totally stayed away, because we've definitely played around in a whole lot of different craziness in the crypto space, right? That's part of being head and hands in. You've got to. But we've been very careful about, with our larger holdings, about just like, it's on a hardware wallet. And that's, you know what I mean? That's just, we're conservative with it that way. We've had Bullish Trader talk to me about some different ideas of ways to earn yield on ETH. And it just always makes me a little bit nervous, right? But what's happening here is they're saying, hey, listen, you stake your ETH. We will not only give you a yield on the ETH, right? They're promising 4% on ETH and then 5% on stablecoins. But then on top of that, they're going to give you an airdrop of these tokens that are ultimately going to have value and probably do something within the ecosystem, right? But it's not even connected to the actual network that they're giving you all of these rewards and earning all these rewards on. They're giving it to you prematurely. What happens if this whole freaking network just absolutely fails? Are they going to just have a massive debt that they're going to have to pay? Or is everybody going to get rug pulled and they're going to be able to say, well, you know, something went wrong. You guys knew you had some sort of risk.
Say that last part again.
So they're putting these tokens, as I understand it, onto basically a bridge on a network that's not even live yet. And so you can't even, that's exactly what the article says, right? Like, here, I'll pull it up again. Look at this. It literally says, both Blast and Blur, right here. Users are depositing cryptocurrency into a bridge that does not currently connect to the Blast network that's in development, and funds can't be withdrawn until February of 2024. So basically, you're earning yield and rewards before the network is even live, and that's rubbed people the wrong way. It would rub me the wrong way or keep me probably away from it by saying, hey, wait a minute, I'm earning a yield and airdrop, and that sounds great. Both of those things sound great. But I'm depositing to a bridge for a network that's not even live yet. Would that concern you? Is that, am I making sense here?
Definitely concerning to me, because that's just, I don't know, man. These things, they make me nervous, dude. Staking, and then it's stuck there to February, right? So like, if anything happens and you want to sell before February, you can't. And if anything happens and there's a delay, right, in that development, then well, we're gonna push back withdrawals till March, to April, to June, right? All these things can happen, and then your funds are out of your control. I don't like that, right? I did not join crypto to have my funds controlled by some other third-party mechanism and just be at their mercy. I'm leaving the banking system because I'm tired of that system already. All right, and it's cool. A lot of people stake their ETH. A lot of people stake their Solana. A lot of people stake overall. I like staking Cardano. It's custodial. It's in your control. You can sell it at any moment. There's no unstaking time, right? If you unstake your ETH, it takes like 2 to 3 business days or whatever, days.
Oh yeah, remember when Bullish was having to unstake and move some stuff around when we were messing with a couple things? I remember that.
Solana takes 2 or 3 days before you can actually sell it. So if Solana pops off to $1,000 tomorrow and you bought at $12 or $8 or whatever, and you want to sell, you better make sure you have a game plan ahead of time before it gets to that price point that you want to sell at, and expect 2 or 3 days of a buffer time. Because if not, you're gonna miss whatever the top or the whatever price point is that you really want to sell at. So I don't like staking my stuff in things where other mechanisms, other third-party apps and stuff have control of it, and it's stuck there for X amount of time. That's just not my game. A lot of people do it. A lot of people make money. A lot of people lose money too, right? Then the bridges get hacked. It gets drained. It's out. There's nothing they can do about it, and it's gone. So I would take that as the same way as like meme coins or any of these other like weird token projects, right? Where just invest in that thing or just put into those bridges what you're willing to completely lose and be okay with, because at any moment something like that can happen, right? A lot of people learned that the hard way with centralized exchanges. Only keep on there where you're willing to completely lose and still be okay. Don't keep your whole portfolio on there, because Celsius, Terra Luna, freaking FTX, other things crash, and then boom, it's gone.
Massive institutions. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Chemo and Crypto, shout out to you. Just want to throw this out there. $1.99 super chat. Thank you very much. Just got you added on to the list to be put onto the wheel. Thank you very much. We appreciate the support. Actually, I see 2 from Chemo and Crypto and T Legit in the house, bro. I am missing things left and right. Let me go back through here, because I definitely was trying to set up said wheel. Crusader, real quick, just give them to me. Who did I miss? So I got Chemo and Crypto, and then T Legit put in a couple bucks. Is that right?
Yeah, T Legit. $2 Canadian dollars.
Okay, so who else besides T Legit? Chemo and Crypto, T Legit, and who else?
Chemo and Crypto put $4. You put another $2 in.
Yep.
And Green Day Profits with $50 super chat.
Holy mackerel!
So shout out to you, to you guys.
And he's a member.
Yeah.
Green Day Profits is a member, right?
Yes, sir. That means he has 100 spots on the wheel.
Oh boy, we got 100 spots coming on. All right, hold on, I'm adding them right now. Boom. Now I've got all these on here now. Now all I got to do is figure out. I got to Google how to shuffle these things again. But I've got them on there. I promise you guys, you're all on there. I just need to shuffle these damn things. So thank you very much for your continued support, each and every one of you. Tomorrow for $3,700. I'm freaking excited. All right, so we let me see. Let me get down to the bottom here. Whoop, 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 whoop. Right here. Okay, cool. So yeah, dude, I don't like to do it either. Kind of finishing out the conversation that I was having, it for me just comes to the simple fact that I've heard too many damn horror stories. There's just too many problems that have come into play when, I mean, let's talk about it. Like mainstream banks that you feel like you just toss your money in, don't forget about it, right? No problem, right? We're absolutely collapsing this past year, and people weren't getting their payroll. One of my buddies was using a payroll company that ran through Silicon Valley Bank, and guess what? They just told his people, like, hey, you're not going to get paid these next couple. Like, there's nothing that we can do. Our hands are tied. Now we're talking about, I don't know, a group of, techie geniuses maybe that are putting together a protocol, an idea that they're this, that, and the third, and they're offering effectively some sort of a banking yield, but it's not some, $1 trillion business yet or anything crazy like that. Dude, a lot of people end up just getting hurt. And again, we're not telling you not to get involved in any of this. We're just telling you to understand that there is always risk involved. And so for me, unless it's a small amount, and I think you said this, unless it's an amount that I'm just flat out, hey, I'm willing to risk this, I won't take like a fat ass bag of something and do that with it,
I'm
even though I know I'm missing out on a lot. I know I'm missing out.
depositing 50 ETH on there or like
No,
100 ETH on there like some
no,
people do. Like,
no,
no way,
no,
OJ.
no. And I'm not doing it. And I know that I'm missing out, right? Like I get that. But
But
guess
the
what else I'm
risk
missing out
versus
on?
reward is just not there for me.
Guess what else I'm missing out on? The risk. I'm missing out on the risk. So I miss out on that risk. And
this is a good point over here too. It says somebody, I guess, was talking about staking on Coinbase. Says Coinbase takes most of your APY. Yes, they do. If you stake on Coinbase, right, and they're giving you 4% or 3% or 5%, whatever it is, there's actually extra percentages that they're taking off the top. If you take that crypto into your own hot wallet or whatever other platform to actually stake it, you make more. So I don't stake anything on Coinbase. I keep everything that I'm going to stake, like Cardano, in a separate wallet where I can get the full APY on it, and not give free APY to Coinbase.
Now hold on, say that again. You do what?
So, like for example, any crypto, right? Like Cardano, right? So we're talking about earlier. You can stake it, right? You can stake Solana, you can stake all these things on Coinbase, but they shave 2 or 3%, whatever it is, off of what you're supposed to actually be making for themselves for staking it on their platform. But if you take it to a hot wallet or to whatever other platform where you have full custody of the crypto and you stake it through there, you will get the full percentage, whatever that is, whether it's 5%, 6%, 7%, whatever it is. But if you do it on Coinbase, they're going to shave a few percents off.
Yeah, they're taking what we would call in the car business, we would call it points.
Theft.
Theft. We would call it theft. Yeah, no, they in the car business, they consider it and they call it points. And effectively what it is you'll sit down and you'll present to a customer, you'll say, hey, we've got you at $500 a month at 6.25% APR, blah, 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 blah. Customer signs. Well, guess what? They actually gave that customer 5.25% interest rate.
Yeah.
And that 1% interest rate on the total sale of that vehicle, guess who gets that? Guess who gets to keep that? The dealership, because they just sold it at 6.25 and got it from the bank at 5.25. And so that's why you also hear people say, and it's the same thing in crypto, what Crusader is saying right now is do it your freaking self, because using somebody else to do it allows them to do exactly what he's saying, and shave points and take some of what would be your hard-earned money. So just understand how this works.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I see that we haven't got any new members, guys. If you guys don't realize, everyone that becomes a member, if you send in a super chat, it doubles up. But you know what? I think I'm gonna gift five memberships right now. So hang on there tight for a second.
Hang there tight. You're gonna do 5 random people. You're gonna gift some memberships. I've got the wheel set up, by the way. Shout out to me for being fantastic at. Shout out to me. Shout out to me figuring out how to work so far. But I'm gonna tell you guys a little secret about this wheel, because there's not as many people on here. And Green Day Profits, who is a member, just put a $50 super chat. His name is all over this damn wheel. Okay,
it's pretty skewed.
His name, I couldn't randomize it enough to separate his own name from his own name. Okay, so he's got a bunch of sections. Green Day Profits just bought sections of the wheel, while we have other people buying bits and pieces. And hey, I get it, right? That's life. But I just want to tell you guys in advance, he's got some sections on here. So if you guys want to break that up, toss those super chats in there. All right, cool. Let's keep it rocking and rolling. What I was looking in the chat, and this so check this out. So Enrique Suave, follower of the show for a while now, says, I like staking in Exodus, even though they take a little. I just don't want a million wallets. So this is something that I do agree with, right? Depending on how much they're shaving, one of the problems that well, shoot, you and I have had it, Crusader, with just having different things happening, like, hey, you need to do something and there was money involved, and then I need to do something and there was money involved, and then we'll have a conversation later like, hey, where was the money for this? Where was the wallet for this? Where, you know what I mean? And all of a sudden, I personally have gone back in and realized that I have money in wallets. I actually just saw one yesterday that I didn't even know that I had, which obviously, yeah, people are going to say, great problem to have. No, it's actually not that great of a problem, because if you don't know you have it, you can't use it for anything. But that is one reason that I would say I could agree that I could see people using it for that, because things do get convoluted. A million different wallets. You got hardware wallets, you've got hot wallets, you've got a paper wallet, you've got all of these different wallets everywhere.
I like it. I like having a million wallets, but I do like Exodus
as long as you're organized and secure enough to be able to do it.
No, see, that's the most secure. No organization, because if you can't find it,
how the hell somebody else going to find it?
You can't log in, no one else can. That's the highest level of security ever, baby. If you can't figure out your own notes, the hacker's definitely not going to figure it out for you. So that's my strategy. No organization.
And when the pew pew is held up to your head to give the information that they want, you're like, bro, like, for real, let's talk through this. Have you seen my office right now? I'm telling you, look around.
I'm not getting hacked.
I don't know.
$5 wrenches, like Seth calls them, don't work on me, because, like, bro, I don't know it. I don't know it. I don't know. I don't know where it's at, bro.
I just have no idea. I don't know.
Go ahead.
Finish it, because you're not going to get it out of me, because I genuinely
don't know it.
That is secure.
Secret. You forget about it.
Yeah, that is very secure. Now, the only way to keep a secret is to tell one person. You can tell one other person, but you have to kill that person after you tell them.
I'm telling you, I'm the best secret keeper. You can tell me any secret, I will forget it in a matter of days.
I believe that, because I bring stuff up to you all the time, and you're like, wait, what?
If it's not important, it's not engraved in my head.
Nope. I'm bad about it too. I won't forget like an important birthday or a date or some sort. Like, I'm really good at remembering anything numerical, number wise. Okay, cool. But ask me what was for lunch yesterday or something trivial, not a chance. Like, just not gonna happen.
Yeah, so. It just doesn't happen.
All right, so we've talked about Cardano. We have talked about the Blast deposit. Let's talk about VeChain.
Wick says staking is a security. I'm telling Gary.
You're gonna call Uncle Daddy Gary, I should say. Let him know we're in trouble. Hold that thought 1 second. I've got a beautiful little
Evan Casey says, do you keep or sell and rake in the yield? Well, yeah, I don't sell my yield. I just keep restaking it, or whatever, accumulating, because it's something I'm holding long term anyway, especially with like my Cardano. So I don't sell what I make. I'm just holding on to it, and letting my bags grow and going up in value with time.
Speaking of value and time, bro, VeChain, baby. Let's talk about it. Hey, there we go. Okay. Market veteran, aka keeper. No, this is not about me. Suggests VeChain surging to $1.60 is a feasible goal. In a recent post on X, the analyst updated a previous price outlook for VeChain amid current market conditions. In April, Eggrag had suggested that XRP was on the verge of recording a massive price explosion. He presented different moves the crypto asset would take in the future. The latest analysis is built on April post. He specifically focused on a previous price trajectory he dubs Move B. Notably, VeChain traced the Move B when it rallied from the 0.00143 low in March 2020. The asset surged to an all-time high around 27 cents zone in April. This move came after a similar price surge dubbed Move A from 2018 to 2019. Eggrag's analysis suggests that VeChain is now looking for the first replicate the trajectory of Move A, which would bring the crypto's token to the 90-cent region. According to Eggrag, the Move A target would represent a 3 times increase from VeChain's previous all-time high. The analyst then turns his attention to Move B, which would present another price surge, eventually resulting in another 3 times surge to the ultimate $1.60 target. Now, before Crusader, you piss all over this, right? I already know it's
all your hopium to your vigilantes.
I already know. Okay, VeChain Vice Lord is speaking. Okay, listen. Here's the reality. That would move VeChain to effectively $100 billion market cap, which right now, I'm going to take a quick peek to make sure I'm not mistaken. Right now, the only things above 100 billion are Bitcoin, Ethereum, and shoot, USDT isn't even.
Yeah, but let's not count stable.
But not no. So it's Bitcoin and Ethereum, right? ETH at 282 billion, Bitcoin's at 833 billion, and then boom, BNB's at 50 billion. Like the difference
and
is
let's talk about bull market numbers. I looked at BNB, right? BNB has been number 3 for a long time. Its highest market cap in 2021 was 100 billion.
It had to be 100 billion.
Yeah, it was 105 billion.
Okay.
And it's BNB, the token of the largest exchange, right, in the world at the time. So how in the world the VeChain that has never even cracked the top 10 is going to have a higher market cap than BNB? It's just not going to happen.
Well, let me tell you something. I didn't say that it was going to have a higher market.
He's got a better chance of reaching 589. No, I'm just kidding. XRP
wow. Clip that.
That was an exaggeration, guys. That's an exaggeration. But
clip
there's
that.
No way VeChain's
okay. Let the Vice Lord tell you what he thinks. I think 160 is aggressive. Okay, that's a 50.
Extremely.
It's a little aggressive. Okay?
Let's do for like 50 cents.
50 cents would be a beautiful thing, and 90 cents, $1, let's freaking go, right? It's at 3.5 cents right now or something like that. That's literally about a 50x move, which a lot of stuff does that. The only reason that I could see, let's say 50 cents to $1 is what I'm hoping and planning for, like a 20-ish X in VeChain. But again, it's not all about the price action. And the answer to your question is, how could it happen? It's just like all of the other hopium that gets sold. It is the partnerships, the usability, and obviously the growth around the network that then gets combined with a lot of hype. And so that perfect little sprinkle, right? Combined with a little bit of Elon Musk, Donald Trump, you know what I'm saying? Boom,
that means that the top 10 cryptos, right? Because I still don't see VeChain reaching even top 10 this next bull market. There's a lot of other new cryptos coming out, Caspa, Injective, and a few others out there that are growing a lot more aggressively, right? That means that the top 10 will all probably be over 100 billion market cap, way past 100 billion market cap.
You're the one that told me it was going to go to 10 trillion damn dollars.
Bitcoin, bro, not the other altcoins. Okay, they're gonna enjoy some momentum. But there ain't no other altcoin ETFs just yet.
Hold on a second. Hold on. So you're saying that you could see
Bitcoin's
a $5 trillion or something market cap, whatever, for Bitcoin itself, and then the rest of the markets you think are going to stay sub 100 billion?
I'm not saying that they're all going to stay sub 100 billion, but I'm just saying that all the top 10 will be aggressively above 100 billion. So that VeChain, which is like in the top,
35 or something like that.
The top 30 will be at 100 billion market cap, right? Like the top 30 would have to be in 100 billion plus. That's an aggressive amount. Bitcoin's
be $3 trillion
eating up.
It'd be $3 trillion is what that would be.
Yeah, but I'm just saying, like, Bitcoin's gonna eat up way more than what 50% of the market is with these ETF, with the focus on it. Ethereum owns about 20%. Yeah, the other percent, right? I think Bitcoin's going to keep eating that percentage. I don't think we're just going to see an explosion in the altcoins. It can happen, but the chances are very, very not likely.
We should talk about this. We can talk about it on screen for a second. We should have an interesting bet for this. So hold on a second.
Bets.
We should have an interesting bet on this. Let me just take a quick peek back here. So VeChain's at it's number 36. It's at $2.5 billion, and your Caspa Kings are at $2.344 billion. Do either of them get to which one hits 50? Which one hits 50 billion first? That's a 20. That's a 20. It's a 20x for VeChain, and it's like a 22x for Caspa.
Caspa easy. Look, VeChain's been around for a century at this point. Caspa just came out like 5 days ago and has been aggressively exploding on the scene. there's just no way that VeChain is going to out sustain Caspa. Ken with a $20 super chat.
I just saw that. I was just getting ready to write Kenton's name down here on the.
Gotta get Keeper on Billy Goats. That's right.
Dude,
saw it.
I was supposed to. Man,
he said Keeper doesn't forget anything, but he forgot my space.
I know, dude.
Look how many people have been there.
Dude.
I've been on it.
I know.
Lifer's been on it. Rice has been on it. Investing Bros have been on it. Frankie.
I know.
Jenna X, Mind Your Biz. And what's Keeper doing? Sleeping.
Well, I definitely wasn't sleeping at that point last night. I don't know what exactly I was.
Sleeping would have been a better excuse than just watching TV.
I was doing, but oh shoot, you know what? I just tried to read
40 times on the wheel because he is definitely a member, a longtime supporter. So
that's what I was just doing. And he was already on the wheel quite a few.
Let's go, man. I hope Ken, somebody from the DCA fam gets on one of these days for Flipper.
Yeah. Oh, we're definitely rooting for it. Hold on, it's loading. Drum roll, please. The wheel of names is loading. Do your thing, wheel of names. There we go. He is on there. Let me double check to make sure I put it 40 more times. I'm just double checking because I knew he was a member. I just want to make sure I put it. Yes, I did. Okay, cool. Yeah, we've got him on there 40 more times. Thank you very much for the super chat, brother.
Burke says we finally saw their Meadow NFT. I've only seen the image that Burke has sent me, but did he send it to us? Do we have it in a wallet?
Yes, we do.
You have it.
Yes.
I don't think I have it. You told me the other
day. Yeah, we saw it. We saw it. I remember seeing it for sure.
Yeah,
I remember looking at it. It was dope.
I'm saying I don't know.
It was dope.
It's in a wallet.
I'll have to check. I don't remember sending out a wallet address for that, but it very likely could be in hey guys, like we were talking about earlier, right? All the wallets.
Oh look, no, he hasn't sent it to us. Never mind. He says I need an OpenSea address.
Okay. I was about to say all the wallets and 2 forgetful individuals. But no, it is super. It's freaking.
It's not forgetful. It's called high security.
Super
high security.
Yeah, that's, you know what, I'm gonna start pitching that idea around the house when I get blamed for forgetting stuff. Like, what are you talking about? This freaking high security up here. Let's talk about Donald Trump, dude. I mean, why not? First of all, reminder tomorrow, guys, Flipper Hodl, we're going to spin this wheel here soon. So I got to cut it off at some point here soon. So I'm just letting you guys know.
The last countdown, baby.
That's the countdown. And Crusader, you gifted 5 people. So
I wasn't able to. It's not letting me.
It didn't let you gift new people.
I'm having issues, and that you distracted me a few times. But when I actually got around to doing it, it's not letting me.
That's really strange. Okay, well, just throwing out there, guys. We're going to be doing that here shortly. You can play the Make Keeper Sweat game if you like, but if you want to, hook a brother up here, and if you're going to do it, make sure you guys do it here shortly. All right, let's talk about Donald Trump dumping a little bit of, man. See, this disappoints me, man. He's dumping ETH. Trump dumps millions in Ethereum after disastrous NFT redux. The former president has cashed out $2.4 million worth of Ethereum in the last 3 weeks, Arkham reports. There's the legend himself. Weeks after attempting with little success to breathe life into his NFT trading card business for a 3rd time, the former president appears to be divesting his considerable crypto holdings. According to an analysis by blockchain intelligence firm Arkham, Trump began sending ETH he had accumulated as NFT royalties to Coinbase earlier this month. In the last 3 weeks, he sold off 1,075 ETH for a total haul of 2.4. I love how they call it a haul with Donald Trump, like a total haul of $2.4 million. Like, for him, that's absolutely, nothing. Arkham says that still leaves Trump with $2.2 million in various cryptocurrencies, 1.4 million worth of ETH, 649K worth of wrapped ETH, 167K worth of MAGA coin, $340 worth. What? Trump holds $340 worth of Pepe coin. That dude, they probably sent him that. Dude, they probably drop that into his wallet. Yep. You know what I'm saying? And then just said, oh, well, Trump holds. You remember how they used to do that? Who did they do that with? That it worked really well. I think they did the Ben Armstrong once.
Yes. That's how the whole Ben thing started. He got a bunch of tokens, randomly out of nowhere, and then that whole shebang started.
Yep. You are 100% correct. Sorry, I had something coming.
Patriot Caveman over here. I mean, let me get back on the show. Somebody's got to work the show here.
Yeah, well, sorry.
Patriot Caveman, President Trump back on the Colorado ballot. They will never take him down. No, they'll try.
We can't talk about that on here. We're going to get in trouble. I know we will. So we won't have the conversation, but absolute fugazi to take anyone. Listen, I don't care what side of the aisle you are on. That is absolute insanity, bro. That basically says, and I was talking to somebody about this the other day. We won't dive into politics, but I just want to say that
politics keeper activated.
Yeah. It literally says that, hey, screw your right to vote. Because if you want to vote for somebody that we don't want up there, and again, I'm talking either side. I promise you, I would be saying the same thing if they said, "Hey, we're not going to allow Joe Biden to be on the ballot." I promise
they
you,
were already talking about it.
But that's craziness, bro. Yep. The reality is that just takes away what little bit of trust and more trust in the actual system that we have, because if we can't actually elect officials to be, you know what I mean? If everybody's got to like somebody and everybody's got BS, bro.
Let me tell you something, man.
No.
There's only one thing that's scarcer than Bitcoin.
Donald Trump?
Trust in the government, my friend. It's trust in the government. That thing.
There's only one Donald Trump, man.
Scarce asset in the history of people ever.
Yeah, I know, dude. It's scary, bro.
Trump's buying Caspa.
What they say? Trump's buying Caspa, and it's gonna rock it. I know. It is wild how much influence on the crypto space that somebody big can have just by saying that I hold this, or I bought this, or I'm buying this. But then they get in trouble for pumping their own bags, i.e., I don't know, Kim Kardashian and a bunch of other people.
Gary Gensler's like, yeah.
But the only thing more scarce is Donald Trump. There can be only one. There's 21 million Bitcoin, and there's only one Donald Trump. But yeah, I totally think it's absolute craziness that you would ever take anyone off of a ballot, and not it just says, hey, screw your voting rights, because we don't care. We don't want that person on there, so therefore you ain't gonna be able to vote for him. Wah, wah, wah. So that's craziness. But yeah, so let me get back to pull that back up, would you, Crusader? I'm over here on the other screen now. His first NFT collection seemed poised for success. Values appreciated substantially in value, debuting last December. His second, launched in April, hovered just below its original minting price of $99. By the launch of the third NFT collection, though, a special mugshot edition, which we knew this was going to be genius, of 100,000 that featured pieces of the suit Trump wore while being booked in Georgia during an arrest earlier this fall. It seemed a Trump NFT fatigue had set in. I really thought this was going to just absolutely kill it. At writing, less than half of the collection has been minted. Further, floor prices on Trump's first NFT collections began plummeting. Okay, on the mugshot earlier this month. So here's my question then, and I do believe this, or let me ask you what your thoughts are. Did this not succeed simply because NFTs have been absolutely in the toilet, and not because that's what I think is really happening here? That just NFTs have fallen off the planet temporarily, and so
I think the market's been really bad. NFTs have just not been there just yet, and he minted out 2 collections throughout the bear market, right? But that steam runs out, especially in this bear market. Things have just been not so bullish on NFTs lately, right? Bored Ape Yacht Club is down at like 26 Ethereum. Those things were over 100 ETH floor, right? The Mutant Apes, their floor was like 20 ETH or something.
Yeah,
they're down to like 5 ETH, and those are the blue chip NFTs, right? The ones that everyone wants. So the fact that he was even able to sell 2 collections on $99 was great, and because they were massive collections too. I think that was also the problem. Too much supply, right? It wasn't like a 10,000 piece collection. They were like 50,000 piece collections each one. So they were just, I think it was too much supply and too many drops too close to each other. And yeah, I think it's a
combined with
all combined, plus with the market conditions. If this was a bull market, those things would have been gone in minutes. for sure.
So then the question becomes, and you never know what people are doing in the background. Like, okay, does he need the $2.4 million for something? That's funny, Billy. Does he need the $2.4 million for something? Is he just tossing it over into some more real estate? Is he offsetting, some tax obligations that he has and just paying it with, you know what I'm saying? But the reality is, he's in the crypto space. He obviously sees the value in it. When he was bashing and talking bad about Bitcoin, he obviously sees that this has monetary value and that man is all about his money. So the real question becomes, when does he dive further in? And do you think that he will? Or do you think that that's just going to be, do you think that's kind of off limits? Not off limits, but do you think that that's going to be something that the presidential elect or the president elect or whoever is going to have to kind of be tiptoeing around?
So he's come out very strong against Bitcoin in the past, but a lot of Republicans since then have come out very pro Bitcoin, right?
Mm-hmm.
Pro freedom, pro choice, right? The US dollar being in trouble, yada, yada. So I think he will make a shift on that, where maybe he's not the biggest Bitcoin bull out there, but I think his tone on Bitcoin is going to have to change.
Right?
Especially when he gets on the stage and he starts talking and people start asking him questions about, monetary policy and this and that. He's been able to avoid those questions because he hasn't had to go to any of the debates. He hasn't had to go up again. And I get it. I'm not giving him crap for not going to the debate. He doesn't really have to, right? It can only do a negative for him being next to those other goons. But I think the tone will change with time. I think you will see him being pro Bitcoin at some point, or just kind of saying one of those things where like, hey, it's not bad to hedge your bets, right? It's not terrible, right? It's not as bad as they say it is if you do some research, right? I looked at it; it's huge. It's the biggest thing I've ever seen, right? So you never know. I think his tone's definitely going to change though. Angel with a $10 winner chicken dinner.
I was just sweating on the I had to put because Crypto Angels is or is not a member.
Let me see.
How are you checking that, by the way? Is that in the same page that I've pulled up for YouTube that we were going over earlier? It is on there? Okay, yep. Let me see. And where do you see said?
Well, I don't know. Keep the show going. Don't just stand here trying to figure.
Yeah, no. I was just curious if there was like a simple, oh hey, there's a members, section or whatever.
Oh yeah, you definitely see the members' names are green, and the non-members are not green.
Hey, Crusader, how do you say this? How would you say this? How do you say this name right here? I'll leave it alone. But
I don't know what language that name is in. But I don't think it's in Spanish. I don't think it's in Spanish.
That if that is in Spanish, that's good. Enrique said Trump debating. Whoopsie. Here we go. Trump debating with the other people would be like pizza debating over limited onions and literal dog poop about which is tastier.
And by the way, Crypto Angels is okay.
Member. Well, I put him on there as if he was a member. I thought, I put him on for 20. I thought that he was, so I just wanted to double check so they didn't have to start pulling names off. Ladies and gentlemen, here's the deal. We're playing Flip.
We don't got enough names on the wheel, so let's start sending in super chats these last 5 minutes.
You've got literally we're actually over right now, so I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes on super chats. If you want to get your name on the wheel, get them in here now while we get ready for tomorrow's.
This is actually pretty interesting. It says, what if he promises the U.S. that their Bitcoin holdings will become part of the backing of the monetary system?
What if what if who?
Trump.
What if he promises that he promises the U.S.? Oh, you're saying when he changes all the
Bitcoin the U.S. is holding, like, well, we're going to put it to use. We're actually going to start backing the dollar with it.
Well, I mean, dude, politicians change their positions, their stance, their opinions like they changed their freaking underwear. So
nobody's changed the more reptile skins than the current commander in chief. Let me tell you. Look at his videos from the late 80s to now. It's like a whole 3 different people, man.
Hey, bro, check it out. Welcome, Brett. Brett's been a long time follower of the show. Haven't seen him around recently a whole bunch, but Brett just became a member.
Let's go.
Thank you very much, Brett. Glad to see that. I think Brett might be prepping for a super chat here. I'm just throwing it out there. I'm just guessing that he didn't just
that double
randomly.
Up, baby. That double up is worth it when there's $3,700 on the line.
He didn't just randomly toss that in there, so I'm gonna give him just a second.
Crypto Boyle, start typing, my friend. Crypto Boyle, givers gain. Cluck, everyone. Let's go.
Crypto Boyle getting on the wheel. 10 more spots, right?
We got Seymour with a $5 super chat. Put that man on the wheel. Let's go.
And I'm doing these the old school way at the very end here, the sweating way.
We got Brett with a $5 super chat. I suppose I'll stop lurking and get on here. $5. Put this man on for 10 times on the wheel. Let's start.
Because he just became a member.
Let's
10 times
go.
on him too.
Oh wait, he just sent another one.
So he needs 20.
So it's 20 times on the wheel.
Okay, cool. I'm putting him on. Give me. I'm putting him on. I got.
We got Keenan with a $10 super chat. Lucky baby, let's go. Put that man 10 times on the wheel.
Oh my god, I am working on it, guys. I'm working on it.
Make this.
Well, you know what? It's when I do it in the other program, it's like no stress. But I've done it so many times over and over.
Guys. Don't let him stop typing. Make him type all the way to Billy Goattails.
I've never controlled V
once again. So
who was the all right? Who was the last person that just did it?
Kenan.
Keenan, how many did he do?
10.
So that's
Seymour with another $5. That's another $10 super chat, baby. Put it on 10 times on the wheel. Hit me again, he says. Crypto Billy with 10 more dollars. FOMO is real, baby. Put him on the wheel 20 times.
Oh my god. I am absolutely
gotta get him typing, bro. This is the best workout to get. It's those finger workouts, baby. Let's go. All right, $3,700 on the line for tomorrow.
Give me who was after Keenan?
After Keenan was Seymour for 10. Then we had Crypto Billy for 10, but it's 20 because he's a member. So yeah, that's what we got so far, guys. The end of the year is coming. We need to build up our portfolios. The bull run is happening. It's only a matter of time. And the way to make it happen is on this show, Rob. We're giving away money on these Flipper Hodl games. Chemo says one more time. Hit me one more time. 10 times on the wheel. Let's go. Super chat, baby.
Who was it? I just figured out a slick way to do it even faster. Who is it? Chemo Crypto?
Burke says, Casper and chill, baby. Sends in $5. He's a member. Throwing him on 10 times on the wheel.
How many times for Chemo and Crypto?
Chemo 10 times. Burke 10 times. Everyone's using that membership double up right here on this show to get on this wheel. Come on, baby. Want to give somebody some high dollar bills here before the end of the year.
Dude, I hope somebody just comes and
Crypto Chef $5 says keep her working. Let's go. Put him 10 times on the wheel.
I think this is the entertainment right here. Okay. So who was after Burke?
After Burke was Crypto Chef. 10 times on the wheel.
10 times on Crypto Chef.
Let's go. Somebody's going to win some big bucks here, baby, before the end of the year so you can build up your portfolio. Start dropping it in the chat right now. If you win, if you get on here, and whatever amount of money you win, are you going to be buying crypto? Yes or no? And if you are, drop me the cryptos you guys are going to be buying. Caffeinated Crypto says, hola, $10 super chat. Put him on 20 times on the wheel. Let's go.
I appreciate it.
Get this man.
I love and hate every single one of you.
If he's talking, there's not enough typing happening. We need more super chats. Let me tell you. I want somebody to build their entire portfolio based off just the money we're giving away on this channel. Come on. Can you imagine somebody wins all $3,700 and then they're like, yeah, I bought X amount of cryptos and those things blew up and became $100 grand plus in the bull run.
That would be freaking dope.
From here.
Yeah, dude, all they have to do, I mean, I can talk about this as I'm typing. All they have to do, bro, is just buy VeChain. It's simple. You know what I mean? We read the article earlier today.
Oh yeah,
buy VeChain, buy $3,700 of VeChain, and they're there, bro. All right, Caffeinated Crypto. Anybody else after Caffeinated Crypto?
What was that?
Anybody else after Caffeinated Crypto?
No, they decided to give you a break.
All right, crypto fam. Appreciate all of the support. We love every single one of you. We need to spin this wheel. It is time to spin the wheel. And again, you guys, I want to remind you before we spin this wheel.
Still talking. You guys still have time. Drop in those before that wheel starts spinning.
Before I spin this wheel, I want to remind you, make sure that you're in the Discord, because that's going to be the way that we talk to you, get a hold of you, all the good things.
Yeah.
That's how we don't
have the link to the Discord right now, but I believe Crypto Billy, he's a mod on here. He has the link to it.
Oh, yeah, since we switched over to the new platform.
Chat. We would greatly appreciate it, sir.
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind dropping that in, bro, that would be awesome. We switched over, and we don't have the QR code thing.
Yeah, we need to figure something out for that.
All right, the time has come. Allow me to pull up the wheel.
The wheel.
We are pulling up.
I feel it.
The wheel.
A matter of time.
It is there. It is there. It is.
Billy dropping the link on here. Guys, go hit that and join the Discord if you haven't already. Man, I love seeing that wheel stacked with names ready to make some money.
So I'm going to spin this wheel, and we've got a bunch of names on here. And when we spin this wheel, I'll tell you what, I know you guys can't see it. Even when I zoom in, I got to look at this really closely in person. In person, I can, but I got to look really freaking closely. All right, are we ready?
Rob says, greetings from Belgium. Well,
Belgium.
I don't know what dollars you guys use over there, but we use US dollars over here. Win some money, $3,700, baby. Let's go. Let's spin.
All right, you ready? Here we go. Let's get it. For 3,700 or chance to get 3,700 bucks on the stream tomorrow, it is Crypto Pollo.
Crypto Pollo with the win.
Woo! Crypto Pollo, congratulations,
Let's go.
Dude, I'm excited. Listen, here, I love doing this, right? So it's oh my God. Are you doing that or am I doing that? There we go. Okay. I love doing this, and it's super fun having somebody that's been so supportive of the show, that's been on, and just not just super chats, but I'm just talking about always commenting, always talking, always just in here. You know what I mean? Just always in here and always around. So Crypto Pollo, shout out to you, brother.
Cluck, cluck for the win, baby.
Cluck, cluck. Make sure to reach out to us in Discord. And Crypto Pollo, tell us in the chat right now, tomorrow, 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Can you be here? Can you be here? Let me get a yes, a yay, or a nay in the chat. I want to make sure that you are good to go. And, you know, again, we're Eastern Standard Time. Well, shoot, you know what time it is. You're always on here. Let's see here. Yeah, as if he doesn't know. It's like, no, it could be noon where he's at. It could be 10 o'clock at night, but he knows because he's always on here. So Crypto Pollo, congratulations to you.
Pollo says yes, he can make it.
He said, yeah? Okay.
Yeah,
awesome. There you go. Oh, cluck means yes. Okay. Well, congrats, brother. We're looking forward to seeing you tomorrow. That's all we've got for today. We will chat with you over in Discord. Crypto Pollo, Crypto Fam, we love you. We appreciate each and every one of you for being here. It could have been, you could have been anywhere on a Thursday, but you're hanging out with your boys
giving money away
from Crypto Wars, who are giving money away. And tomorrow is going to be the next opportunity to do that. Guys, listen, make sure to show up, because listen, just because your name wasn't on the wheel today, we might be doing something for all of those people that were, you know, putting super chats in and doing some stuff. So I'm just saying, you might want to be here tomorrow.
Participation award, my friend.
Participation trophy.
Be there.
2023 going on 2024. So be there tomorrow. Support Crypto Pollo, and we may or may not be doing a little something special for everybody else as well, or at least giving you the opportunity for a little something else. So question everything.
Trust nothing.
And until next time, hodl.
Like it's hot.
We will see you soon.